Hey, what's up, everybody? So I'm sitting here thinking about this 2008 presidential race. And it's really interesting. There's a lot of stuff going on here. The theme of the entire race seems to be change. Everybody's talking about change this, change that. And I just thought I'd offer my thoughts on what's going on. Of course, being black, for anybody who's watching who may not know, most of us, especially in the South, are kind of brought up and indoctrinated to be Democratic. Go Democrats, If you're a Republican, you get talked about. It's like something to look down on. Well, recently, one of my main topics, one of my personal pushing issues is illegal immigration. And the more I looked at it, the more I kind of got disillusioned with the Democrats because it seemed like they were more for some type of amnesty rather than, securing the borders and, trying to do something about removing the illegal element. Don't get me wrong, I am all for legal immigration. Hell, legal immigration was a better option than the option my people got when we were drug over here in the bottom of slave boats, but it's a whole nother topic. But I kind of like what the Republicans were saying. They seem to be taking a harder stance on it. So I was actually leaning Republican. Well, as the race goes on, I'm looking at the candidates. A couple of the candidates look good to me. I'm particularly fond of Huckabee. I like a lot of what he's saying. I like his sense of humor, and I really do. I like that. On the Democratic side, first of all, I'm not a Bush fan. Didn't vote for the guy. Think he's an idiot. So my initial impulse, like I said, falling back on my Democratic training, so to speak, was to go Democratic. Now, I was in the camp that would initially supported Hillary Clinton. To me, I thought, hey, she's a Clinton. I liked Bill. Bill was a great president. A lot of good stuff happened for black folks while the man was in office. She's married to him. I thought that she, had a lot of the similar traits, and I was really in her camp. What I wanted was for Hillary to be president, get 8 years, and what I wanted was Barack to be her vice president. See, the reason I didn't come out for Barack in the beginning is because I got tired of people hyping on the one thing that they had against him, which was experience, lack of experience, So I thought, well, if Hillary gets 8 years with Barack as her vice president, and then when she's done, he can get 8 years as president. He's got experience now. Bam, we've strung together 16 good years. Maybe, we can kind of get this country back on track after the last 8 years of bullshit and Bush. But as time went on, I kind of was liking Hillary less and less, So now, if I were to vote for today, it's simple. I'm going for Barack Obama, People are still knocking him about, he doesn't have the experience, But, it's not like the guy hasn't been in office ever. He's in the Illinois State Senate for a while. He's relatively fresh to the U.S., to the U.S. Senate, but, he does have experience. And I think the fact that he hasn't been in Hollywood, not Hollywood, that's a whole other topic. I'll get to Hollywood in another vlog, but that he hasn't been in Washington for so long is actually something in his favor. He's not, the old jaded, hopefully not corrupt type politician that seems to proliferate in Washington. So I'm actually really for him, So far, the race had been kind of good until recently, and then, predictably, the specter of race got involved. Now, Barack won Iowa. Very white state. He won that. Big ups to Iowa. If I got people watching in Iowa, big ups. New Hampshire was a setback. Nevada's been a setback. Right now, as of this date, January 21st, eyes are really kind of shifting to South Carolina. And this really brings up a real interesting issue because folks are talking about the African American vote and how that's going to go. Sadly, I can't believe that black people are really having a dialogue about whether or not Barack is a viable candidate. It's I'm sorry, I'm losing my words on this, But the big issue people have been talking about, is Barack Obama black enough? And it's sad that in 2008, we're still looking at somebody, well, is he black enough? Well, what is black? You know? I mean, don't people realize that he can't come out and be all hellfire and brimstone? He can't be like Al Sharpton or Jesse Jackson. Not if he wants to get elected in this country. Let's face it. Racism is alive and well, and there's a lot of it. I mean, Obama's already had death threats. You know? That's just how crazy shit is still in this country. You know? And folks are all split. You've got black folks talking about, well, I'm not going to vote for him just because he's black. I want to vote for, I feel, is the best candidate. And I'm going to go, you know, I vote for this person, or I vote for Hillary, you know. And my problem with that is, don't vote. And then something else that's really pissing me off, that I didn't know this type of mentality was really still percolating, but people are talking about, well, I like Barack, but I don't want to vote for him. I want to vote for somebody I feel has a chance to win. Huh? Excuse me? You want to vote for someone who has a chance to win? People fought, bled, suffered, and died for your right to vote, and you just want to throw it away just because, well, I want to go behind somebody who I think has a chance of winning, not anybody who I really feel, just somebody I think has a chance of winning. You know, once I heard people talking like that, it was no wonder how the hell Bush got in office for yet a second term. You know, folks thought he was going to win, so they voted for him. You know, and I just can't believe people have that type of thought. Now that Barack is getting, you know, embraced by a large portion of white Americans, all of a sudden you got a bunch of coons who, well, I think I might actually vote for him now. I think he's got a shot, you know. And right now, South Carolina is like very split amongst the black voters on who they're going to go for, you know. And it's very sad because I feel with Obama, we actually have a shot to have our first black president. Now, I'm not advocating we all just go out and vote for a man simply because of his color. You know, the dude also has to be talking about something. I mean, if the dude was talking about, if he wasn't talking nothing, I wouldn't be, you know, supporting the guy. But the thing is, he's talking about it, you know. The whole change thing, it was his idea, to be honest. And then all of a sudden, you know, Romney's talking about change, Hillary's talking about change. Everybody kind of jumped on the same bandwagon because they saw how much steam it was picking up, you know. But I don't know, it's real interesting, and I can't wait to see what South Carolina is going to do, you know. We got to decide, you know, apparently we're still deciding if he's black enough, you know. Then you've got all of these big name black folks that are coming out supporting Hillary, you know. We had the whole Bob Johnson issue recently, you know, with Bob making his comments kind of alluding to Obama's past, you know, and things of that nature. I won't take too much time to really kind of get into Bob Johnson and my thoughts on him. Just suffice to say it's not very positive. I mean, this is the guy who partially owns Our Stories Films. Our Stories. The whole purpose is we're going to create a film studio to produce movies that are made by us, for us. Our stories. So that we can put something out there. And what is the grand, shining first effort that Our Stories puts out? Who's your caddy? Great going, Bob. And you want me to listen to anything you got to say. But I said I wasn't going to go there. Let me back off of that. Because I can get into BET. I can go all on that. That's a whole nother issue. But it's just going to be interesting to see how this plays out, you know. And to be honest, I'm really worried for the country. I'm worried for Barack. I'm worried for the country because this could very well open some racial, open even wider some racial chasms that we already have, you know. So that's it for now. I think I might actually do another post as things go on just to drop more thoughts. But until next time, go Barack.